Hey folks, so it's day 6. No, it's not, it's day 7. The last day, and the day that'll take me to Port Ryan. And my air mattress is buggered, so I didn't get a very nice sleep. Just been on the ground really. So that's not ideal. My spirits are not terribly high at the moment. I'm about to go and get some breakfast. Well, maybe I'll feel better after that. I'll neck some painkillers and set off. 15 miles today. Probably the worst. Few will be the first because they're all uphill. And yeah, I mean, I have played with the notion of just getting a bus or a taxi to Fort William, but then I've got to spend a few hours in Fort William waiting for the open bus. And to be honest, screaming misery, climbing over hills in the rain, still beats actually spending a few hours in Fort William. So you know, it's probably just going to have to go that way. Anyway, I'm gonna go, get some breakfast, take an unholy large amount of ibuprofen, and hit the road. So probably not going to be a day for much video, but I'll take some photos of rain along the way. See you later. Howdy people, so it is approaching 10 in the morning on day 7. The weather is wet. It has been midgy hell. I mean really midgy hell. I've got some photographs of that, because frankly you wouldn't believe it if you didn't see it. So I'll try and attach the photograph somewhere to this. I've got, well, from Kinlochleven to Fort William is 15 miles. It's now nearly 10 o'clock. I need to be there by 5 in order to get my bus back to Oban. So 7 hours shouldn't be a problem. I've probably done a mile already. It's really hard to tell because it's been constantly uphill, so it feels like a lot longer. I'm hoping it's a mile, maybe it's even a wee bit more, that would be grand. Woke up this morning, feels like the start of a blues song. I could probably turn it into one. My dog didn't run up and leave me, but I couldn't walk. Tried just to get up and go to the toilet, and if you've ever seen someone try and limp with both feet at the same time, that's pretty much how it was. And I thought, this is over, there's no way I'm going anywhere. I thought I'll go and get breakfast because I'd already paid for that anyway, and I'll ask in the hotel for a taxi number to take me to Fort William so I could get either a bus or the train home. The train's really complicated, well, it's not complicated, but it's really long-winded. You have to go way south to Kinlochleven and then way back up north to Oban, so it's a bit it's a bit unnecessary. So a taxi to Fort William, and then I'd probably had to wait in Fort William for a few hours for a bus, and I don't want to have to wait in Fort William. I'd sooner walk over a wet and windy hill in a great deal of pain. I shouldn't be doing this, right? Medically I shouldn't be doing this, I know this, but I also know I would hate myself if I got so close and stopped 15 miles short. So I can push on. My only real concern is that I'm not moving fast at all. I'm being passed by a lot of people, and I do need to get there in time to get this bus. If I don't get this bus, I'm going to have to find somewhere to camp, and I don't want to camp tonight. So just going to push on, take breaks when I need breaks, see what the day brings. I should have plenty of time to make it though, so see you later. So, just come across this ruin, and I'm trying to phrase it in the style of an estate agent. It would probably be handy for Kinlochleven, splendid views, needs a little bit of work. Anyway, it's got a story to tell, that house, I'm sure. Hi, so another little chance to chat. I'm not sure how far I am. I think I'm about halfway between Kinlochleven and Fort William. If that's the case, I'm still on track to get my bus this evening. I'm having to go slightly faster than my feet would like me to go, but yeah, just stopping at the moment because it's so quiet. You can't hear anything. A long way away from any roads. There's a river down yonder that I can faintly hear. Not a lot of people. Oh, there's a couple of people coming up behind me, but the rain stopped. It's basically a whole lot of nothing, but it's peaceful, and I'll be glad to get the last few miles out of the way at this point. Catch you later. Hiya. I do feel the need to say though, Fort William is at sea level, famously. So why the fuck am I still having to go uphill? That was a bit of a demoraliser, but it's not going to get done by me looking at it, so onwards and upwards. So hi, sitting by a waterfall. It's very pretty, so I'm not sure whether or not any of this is going to be heard, or whether or not I'll need to try and work out some way to overdub it, or subtitles, or I don't know, all these things that I don't know how to do, but I might have to learn. I reckon I'm on schedule to get my bus. Not worried too much about that now, and I won't have to spend too long sitting about in Fort William, which is a blessing. Just you know, I just really kind of want to get to the finish line at this point. But I was thinking over the last hour when I've been walking that, you know, what I've been saying over the last couple of days has been kind of negative and stuff, and I'm not going to lie, there's been a lot of pain. And it's been really hard, but some of the stuff I've seen along the way has just been magnificent. Awesome, in fact, which is a word that I never use because very few things are actually awesome, but the scenery, especially yesterday, was very much awesome. Today's been nice, but it's all been, you know, low cloud, and bad trail, so it's been a bit of a slog, but you know, nearly there. I think it should all be more or less downhill from here on in. So, you know, I watched quite a few YouTube videos about the West Highland Way before I did this, and everybody seems to be, you know, bouncing along, talking to the camera, looking like they haven't got a care in the world. And I suppose that's possible to do. You know, you put on a smile and you talk to the when you've got the camera turned on, and make it sound like everything's absolutely hunky-dory. But for me, and maybe it's just because I'm not as fit as most of those people probably are, for me it's not been quite that simple. You know, there's been a lot of pain. There's been a lot of times I've wanted to just quit and go home. This morning was one of those times when I really couldn't walk at all, but I did keep going, and I've only got another, I don't know, 3 miles to go now, something like that. It's very hard to tell. This is something I'm going to say, and I might do a roundup video with some sort of tips and stuff for anybody else that's going to do it. But there's one type of mat, I think it might be made by Harvey's, although I'm not sure, I'll try and check that, which shows the trail but it has mile markers, which I think would be really handy because it does tell you where you are, how far you've come, how far you've still got to go, whereas my guidebook, it's got some decent maps but it doesn't tell you miles, so it just kind of says you're here and it's like about a 40-minute walk until the next map. So you're constantly looking for landmarks and try to find them on the map, and yeah, I mean, it's a good guidebook, Trailblazer. It's battered to hell now, but yeah, I think maybe looking for the map that's got the mile markers on it would be a good move. If I did this again, and I might, I would do it with that map, just because I think mentally it would be easier to know, right, I've got 5 miles to go, I've got 3 miles to go, I've only got a mile left to go, rather than just constantly guessing, you know, which is quite hard at the end of the day. So, beautiful spot that I'm in at the moment. After I decided to stop and brew up a coffee, I looked at my guidebook and it actually says beautiful picnic spot. So yeah, they're right, it is. Just apologies for the poor camera work. Lovely waterfall, which is handy for water for my coffee, and it'll be equally handy to wash the cup afterwards. And not that much longer to go. So, also a lot of people in the videos are saying, oh, I'm so sad that it's going to end, and I'm so close to the end. I'm not. I'm quite glad that I don't have that much further to go, and then I can go home and rest, because my feet need rest. If I was going to do this again, I would put in a lot more practice walks, and yeah, just get myself a bit more match, but probably the smoking doesn't help, to be fair. Also, next time I might bring a razor. I would just try to cut down the weight, and try and get a crown that didn't break on the second day, so that I can actually smile without looking like something out of, I don't know, Redemption. Anyways, that's been 6 minutes of me yattering on. Near the end, enjoying my last coffee of the trail. Hopefully I make this bus. Hopefully I get on the bus. Hopefully nobody has to sit next to me, because it's been 3 days since I had a shower. Happy days. Would I recommend to people doing the West Highland Way? Yes, I really would. Is it all sunshine and light? No. And I don't think it would be as worthwhile an experience if it was. I think the fact that you have to keep forcing yourself to put one foot in front of another through the pissing rain, to get to where you're supposed to be camping that night, it adds to it. I know that sounds silly, but I guess there's achievement with hardship, and not so much achievement if it's just easy. So I'm glad I've done it. I'm glad I've done it the hard way. Not using the baggage transfers. Whenever there's a high road, I've taken the high road. I haven't taken any shortcuts. Beyond my one night in a hobbit hut, which wasn't, you know, with a nice bed or anything, it just had a plastic mattress, which isn't really luxury. Beyond that, there's been no hotels, no bed and breakfasts. It's been the hard way, and it's been hard, but it's been worthwhile, and you do see some amazing things, and it reminds me of how lucky I am to live in the country that I live in. Anyway, that'll do for now. I'll maybe point the camera at Ben Nevis if I ever actually see Ben Nevis through the cloud. I hope some of that could be heard over the noise of the waterfall. I lack the energy at the moment to get up and move somewhere quieter. When I get up this time, put on the pack, I reckon that'll be me until the end. Take it easy, folks. Hi, so I think that big bastard mountain you can barely see through the cloud is Ben Nevis. Could be wrong, but I think it probably is. So that's the tallest mountain in Scotland and the tallest mountain in the UK. Although, you know, the way things are going, that might change within the next couple of years. But it's certainly the tallest mountain in Scotland. Now, there was a couple that just passed me when I was having my coffee that said they thought it was still about 6-7 miles to Fort William, and if that's true, then I'm really going to have to motor, and I'm not sure my feet can actually handle that in order to get there in time for my bus back to Oban. But it is what it is. I'll go as fast as I can go, and hopefully I'll make it. Otherwise, well, otherwise I'll just need to improvise. But onwards. Yeah, let's see. So you can see Ben Nevis up there, shrouded in the clouds still. It is pretty high, so one can imagine that it's frequently shrouded in the cloud. Never climbed it myself, maybe one day. A lot of people do the West Highland way and then climb Ben Nevis, but to be absolutely blunt, there's no way my feet are in any condition for that. I think I can kind of see the trail winding up the side there, but no, that's going to have to wait for, well, however long it takes my feet to repair themselves, if they ever do. So down here is what must be Fort William, and I find myself actually quite wistful, which I didn't think I would. You know, I thought I'd be like, oh thank God, it's Fort William, it's over, I can go home. But now one of my friends has just checked the bus timetables for me and let me know. I know I've got time now, I don't have to kill myself trying to get to Fort William. I can just do it at a measured pace and enjoy what's left of the West Highland Way for me. So yeah, mixed feelings, you know. I wouldn't want to do another day because I don't think my feet can do it. But I'll be sorry when it ends. So yeah, mixed emotions. Let's see what the rest of the trail brings.